Our demographics are changing. Our labour force growth is slowing down because of smaller cohorts entering the workforce and a slowdown in foreign worker inflow. To counter this, future growth has to come from sustained productivity growth. We need to help every worker maximize his potential and support our businesses in innovation. This will put us in good company among high-income, productive economies. Winds of change are also sweeping across the world. Many of the favorable conditions that buoyed our growth over the past few decades are now under threat. Protectionism is on the rise, global trade and production patterns are shifting, new technology arrives in waves, sometimes with disruptive consequences. Unlike the 2009 global financial crisis or the 1985 recession, we're not in a crisis. Nevertheless, the changes we are facing have far-reaching implications. The best way to address them is to meet them head-on. I understand this is not easy. Many members, including Mr. Lim Biao Chuan, Mr. Murali Pillai, and Mr. Satyandi Supat, have spoken about the pressures on our businesses, especially SMEs, in a time of restructuring. Notwithstanding the 2% growth in 2016, we recognize that the economy and labour markets exhibited uneven performances across different sectors. Some sectors did well and could not fill vacancies. Others faced cyclical weaknesses. Yet others had to relook their business models due to more fundamental changes in the sector. We recognize that some businesses are facing cost pressures, but we must also recognize that in a functioning economy, cost pressures serve as price signals so that resources can be channeled into the most productive use. We must be careful not to hamper this process. An across-the-board stimulus would not be effective, as it may further push up cost pressures. So we monitor the situation closely and calibrate the fiscal stance accordingly. The budget this year strikes a careful balance between reinforcing restructuring efforts and providing support to businesses and households. Against the current macroeconomic backdrop, the slightly expansionary fiscal stance is appropriate. There are many government schemes, as Minister Iswaran pointed out, that benefit businesses. For example, the near-term support measures mentioned in this year's budget total up to $1.4 billion. This includes the existing wage credit scheme and special employment credits, along with enhancements to the corporate income tax rebate and the additional special employment credit. $1.4 billion is not a trivial amount. These are on top of the substantial stimulus measures introduced in the last 3 to 4 years, of which the cumulative effects are still working through the economy. So the government is providing support, and Minister Iswaran has given a very comprehensive explanation of the range of support from the government for businesses, especially SMEs. And indeed, different firms and different sectors face varying challenges and opportunities and will require different solutions. We are thus giving more targeted and customized help. For firms that are ready to internationalize, we are providing more help to scale up and go abroad. The most recent examples are the Enhanced Internationalization Finance Scheme and the new International Partnership Fund. For firms that are ready to upgrade their capabilities, they can tap on the Capability Development Grant in a wide range of areas, from raising service standards to adopting technology and staff training. There are also firms in sectors such as retail, which are facing structural challenges. The industry transformation maps are the platform for individual companies to work together with agencies, unions, trade associations, and others to restructure to stay competitive in a new environment. For those facing cyclical weaknesses, such as the marine and process sectors, we are deferring foreign worker levy increases. We are also accelerating public sector infrastructure projects to support the construction sector. This is what the Chinese call 对症下药, or giving the right medicine to cure the ailment. A Panadol may work for a while to dull the pain, but it masks the underlying problem and delays needed action, or in Chinese, 治标不治本. We are providing near-term relief, but we do not want to provide only temporary relief. We want to help our businesses build deep capabilities that will enable them to adapt to a fast-changing world and seize new opportunities where they arise. And this is the key to continued success.